Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on, YouTube? We've just we've just seen history. We've just seen history. Um, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. You all don't know what's going on. Tommy Cutlets. Tommy Cutlets. I might have to get rid of this background and just put just a picture, just a Tommy Cutlets, and just like a picture of him and like his Giants uniform there, and then like a statue of Tommy Cutlets. I think I saw like where they just made like a statue of him on the other side because this dude. Now today he had what 17 for 21. Um, Nothing crazy, 158 yards, but he also added in 71 yards rushing, so about 220 yards total. A touchdown. Saquon ran one in where he should have had a rushing touchdown, but Saquon ran it in from the one. This is just like becoming a very difficult struggle on a week to week basis. Like, we want the Giants to be in position to take Caleb Williams or take Drake May, and that part is pretty much out of. We're not getting the second pick with 5 wins. That's not happening. Um, we're not getting the second. We're not getting the second pick. It's just not going to happen. There's zero shot of that happening with 5 wins. Um, if we're going to do it, it has to be to trade up now. But we at least want a shot at Jaden Daniels too. And now it seems like we're gonna be like picking like 11 or 12 because this dude Tommy Devito is a machine. He's like a machine. I don't know where he came from. I mean, I swear to you, I don't know where this dude. He just showed up. He looked horrible to start. He looked decent in the preseason, but then he looked horrible when he got into actual games. And then all of a sudden, he's just not making mistakes. He's hitting the right guys. He's not taking crazy risks today. The Packers are probably the best team he's played so far. But he just came out and did his thing. And my computer's having a conniption, so excuse the fan that you hear in the background if you hear that. But he just came out and did his thing. Uh, he was trailing with a minute 33, 2 timeouts left. He went right down the field. He went right down the field. 3, 4 passes. He was 4 for 4. Like 4 for 4. He was like Wendy's a 4 for 4. 4 4 4 4 4 4. He he went straight down the field. He went straight down the field. And just like the crazy thing is I expected it. I expected it. Like I expected it. Like Saquon fumbles the ball. I'm like Jordan Love, like you can't mess this up. Like score, score. Like because I'm at the point in the season where I'm like I want the Giants to win. Like that's just like my natural psyche. Like I always want the Giants to win, but I don't mind them losing. And I say that to mean like at that point in the game, I'm like, okay, the Giants have given me a great game today. Like I've gotten to see a good game today. We were there until the end of it. Um, I'll just let Saquon's fumble be the reason that we lost the game, and we could have won the game. And Tommy DeVito played decent. He played good, so it was a fun game to watch. Now let's just let Jordan Love ice the game and win the game for him. But no, not only did Jordan Love throw that touchdown and take the lead, Tommy DeVito gets this ball and goes straight down the field. Like you can't make this up. 4 straight passes right down the field. Shout out to Wandale Robinson, who's always open. I've been calling this, man. Like I don't know what I've been saying on my channel, but I've been saying it on Twitter, and I just have just felt like Wandale Robinson is a guy. He's a guy. Um, he makes things happen. He's always open. You can use him as a runner. He had 36 yards rushing today, 79 yards receiving, 7 targets, 6 catches, high percentage, a couple of nice catches on the sideline, 32 yards on his long. Came back and got the ball. Came back to the football and got the ball on the flea flicker where DeVito threw it in a double coverage. And Wando Robinson came back and snagged that football out of the air. Dude is balling. Isaiah Hodgins, 2 really good catches, only 22 yards. Of course, he showed up as that red zone threat again. Caught the ball in the back corner of the end zone, toe tap. That's what he's here for. Isaiah Hodgins needs to play more. He's a good player. I understand you want to get these other guys touches, but Isaiah Hodgins is a good player, man. Let him play. Um, Jalen Hyatt caught a pass underneath, dropped another pass underneath, didn't do much. Um, I would say they probably were playing over the top, and that's kind of why we didn't take those shots to him. But we got the shot to Wandale Robinson, so nothing crazy there. If you look at the overall game, the Giants lost time of possession by 3 minutes. Um, we won in total yards, 367, 209 passing yards. 209 rushing yards, which probably really was the reason we won the game. Uh, both around, we had 18 first downs, they had 19, so nothing crazy there. 2 turnovers for us, 3 turnovers for them. Horrible turnovers, like poor execution from both sides. None of those turnovers should have happened. Um, Thibodeau got a sack, Dex and Aziz got a sack, so that was fun to see. Deontay Banks had a beautiful pass breakup in the end zone. So I would say for the most part, um, everybody kind of played okay. Everybody played well. Saquon had a good game, but he also almost fumbled the game away. And it's like, okay, I'm like, Saquon must want he must want Drake May or Caleb Williams or one of those guys because he's just fumbling the ball. But Tommy Cutlets got the ball back. Like Tommy Cutlets he got the ball back and he went straight down the field. And it's like, again, should I be excited about this, knowing that this puts the nail in the coffin? You're at least not sitting at number two and taking Drake May. You're going to have to make moves to move up to number two to get that quarterback or move up to number one, however you got to do it. But uh, 5 wins is a lot of wins compared to what a lot of people thought we would have. I think a discussion needs to be had to just say, like, listen, this dude looks better than what we've had at quarterback this entire season. Now, yes, his protection's been a little better, but overall, he looks better than what we've had this entire season at quarterback. Um, I'm sure some thought is going to be put into it, like, is this a guy that's going to be your franchise quarterback? It's way too early to say that. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback, but I think he's 100,000% earned a backup spot. Like he has to be your backup quarterback going forward. You're not going to pay Tyrod. He's still on his rookie deal. I don't know how many years he has on it, but I think he secures that backup spot 100%. Um, Other than that, man, like, and people are in the chat, they're saying you play to win. 100%, you play to win it. And by the way, I'm streaming as I'm recording this video. You play to win the game, which is like this is the first win I've ever had as a Giants fan where I'm conflicted because, like I said, that just puts the final nail in the coffin. But at the same time, I'm happy to have seen it. I'm happy to have seen an entertaining game. Um, but listen, that part is out the window. That part is out the window. We're not getting the top two picks. So if we're picking one of those two top guys, it's because we're giving up our 2 seconds. We're probably giving up next year's one, and we're probably giving up a 3 next year, or something else like that. Um, I have no problem with making those trades. I have no problem with us trying to get Jaden Daniels either. So it is what it is. Overall, like I said, I mean, good game. The Packers beat themselves a lot today, but we also did too. So I can't even say like it's because the Packers turned the ball over 3 times because we turned it over twice. And we turned the ball over deep in our own territory and we held them to 3. So again, how do you expect your team to get the number 1 or number 2 pick when they're just not the bottom 2 worst teams in the league? They're not. It's just not, that's just not the reality of the team. The coaching is just good enough. The players are just good enough to be at a 6-7 win team. And that's just the reality of it. You aren't the worst team in the league. You're not good enough to beat the class of your division and the class of the NFC. So you're in a pickle. So we're gonna have to make some moves if you want to go get that franchise quarterback. Um, but in the meantime, guys, enjoy the Tommy Cutlets stuff, man. Like dude is balling out, and shout out to you for getting your first primetime win, Tommy DeVito. Um, Took Daniel Jones forever to do it. Daniel Jones is kind of shrunk in prime time, to be honest. He's had some horrible games. He had some stinkers in prime time. He's also just had just bad luck in prime time, but most of the time there's been a couple of stinkers. Um, well, yeah, I mean this is where I'll leave it. Um, Congrats to Tommy DeVito for getting his first time primetime win. You got to be happy for the dude. Local kid comes out, just falls into a starting position, and just balls out, man. Like you got to be happy for him. So you guys, let me know what you're thinking of this win. I know a lot of people are going to be very upset at this last win that pretty much disqualifies us from being there. And more wins are only going to, like I said, put us outside of that top 10. So let me know what you're thinking, guys, in the comments.